Hello! In this video, I'm going to walk you through submitting a project to Artizen. Hi, I'm Xander Black. I'm the director of the XR Film Fund for Immersive Storytelling. And first, I'm going to start off with a quick overview of how Artizen works. So step one is creators will submit their projects to the website and then to the appropriate fund. Then the community votes on their favorite projects within that fund, and when submissions close, then the selected projects compete for match funding by selling artifacts or digital collectibles. So all of the proceeds from each sale goes towards that project, as well as match funding from whatever fund they're curated for. So let's take a look at submitting projects. So here we are on the main Artizen web page. It's a great idea before you start to go over here and look at the funds that you might be submitting to. It's really important to find a fund that is appropriate to your project, and it might really help out to make sure you get selected by taking a look at the description of each fund and what the eligibility requirements are ahead of time. To really start with your project, if you haven't made a draft yet, you go up here for Get Started and then Submit Projects. So let's start a new project. We'll call this Sample Project. And it's important to look at the character limits on each of these. The descriptions here, I think, are really great for what you're writing. This is a test project. Tags are really helpful when people search or look for projects they're excited about. This might be an opportunity for your project to come up faster, right? So everything I do is immersive. Say it's a film for the Apple Vision Pro. And if you have a link maybe to past work, to a demo, to even better, a video of you describing the project, this would be a great opportunity to put that there. Think like Kickstarter videos. So these questions are helpful to the people who are voting and supporting your project. So really, I want to stress this part. Pretend you're pitching to a 5-year-old. You know, in Artizen, there's a lot of high-tech work and people who are really deep in their technology, and it's easy to get lost in the jargon, especially when you're trying to find broad appeal and find people who might come out of the woodwork to support you. So these are really personal answers, but it's worth taking a look at this page and finding what resonates with you and to do a few drafts. Down here, so the artifact. This is something I'll make another video detailing, but this is an important part of your project, and it's an important part of raising money. So this, you can upload an image or a GIF, and it's got to be square. So luckily, when you upload a image, pick that. So you'll see that this image wasn't square originally. Luckily, you can crop here. So that's helpful to note. Definitely pay attention to these. Artizen is really big about, they don't want text or graphic overlays or logos. Like, really make it a piece of your art. So this was a behind the scenes from a project that I've submitted. So that's just a little context. These examples are fun. Looks like, yeah, there you go. So video as well. This is square. I'm not sure. I cropped my own. You can do this in Apple Photos, but maybe Google Photos will let you do this as well. So play around with it, explore. You know, this is a fun one. But this is not only 45 seconds. This is not really the place to think Kickstarter video, to brag about the project, to talk about what it is. This is more a piece of art, right? This is the artifact. And then a pitch deck. So this is a great opportunity to rank your project higher. You don't have to know a ton about making these things. Artizen as a whole loves visual elements. And then you have the opportunity to preview. I highly recommend this. Here you go. This is what it's going to look like on the main page, and you see how important that hero image is, and the video is nice. You want to give people more opportunities to stay with your project and to fall in love with it. Obviously, don't leave any of this blank. And you see how the pitch deck can carry you a long way. Let's go to submit to the match funds. This is from the preview, or you can do it from the publish. It'll bring you here automatically. When you select a match fund, let's go right here. Now you'll notice here's another one. These could be great to submit a project to both. You know, they have interesting overlap in the eligibility. So make sure eligibility requirements, I just found this, you know. On the main page, you'll see the bigger one. Click this arrow. Do not forget to look at all of the eligibility requirements. It's my job as a fund director to look at the submissions and make sure that they actually meet the eligibility requirements. Help me out and say, why does this qualify? Take a look at these. Yes, it meets these criteria. And just say that. It really can go a long way. The image and the PDF, that can be helpful if you have it and you feel it's necessary. But I'm not sure that that's important for me, since you already have that on the project. Can't speak for other fund directors, but I'm definitely going to look at the whole page. So, all right. So then it'll be as simple as submitting, and your project will be featured on Artizen within the page, and you'll be able to not only get support from the Artizen community, but you can direct your friends, family, supporters to the page to start giving you those votes. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. Let me know if anything was unclear, and I might just do an update to this very soon. So, thanks.